Ancient scrolls that were buried in volcanic ash during the eruption of Mount Vesuvius are now being deciphered 2,000 years later, thanks in part to artificial intelligence.
An ancient scroll buried by a volcano for nearly 2,000 years has just been read by an AI. What it revealed wasn't history. It was a warning. Across the world, machines are now decoding lost scripts, once thought gone forever. But the messages aren't peaceful. They speak of fire, silence, collapse, and something darker.
We as humans are going to reconnect with a part of our history that's incredibly difficult to connect to.
From the Indus Valley to Mayan temples, from forbidden women's codes to vanished prophecies, these languages didn't just disappear. They were silenced. And now that AI is unlocking them, you have to wonder, why were they hidden in the first place? Join us. Dead scripts and digital resurrection. All across the world, pieces of ancient writing have been found, inscribed, painted, scratched, or carved into surfaces ranging from rock and bone to clay, gold, and even woven cloth. But for centuries, most of them have remained unreadable. These are what scholars call lost scripts, not because we don't know they exist, but because we can't understand them. But what happens when those voices start speaking again? What happens when artificial intelligence, designed to recognize faces and predict ad clicks, starts decoding the lost messages of dead languages? And what if what they reveal is something we were never supposed to see? Think of the Indus script, over 4,500 years old, found across Pakistan and northwest India. But we still don't know what a single symbol means. There's no translation key, no bilingual inscription like the Rosetta Stone. It's as if someone wrote in code, threw away the decoder, and disappeared. Or take Rongo Rongo from Easter Island, glyphs carved into wooden tablets using a strange mirrored writing direction. Left to right, then right to left, flipping every line. Some researchers think it was their version of scripture. Others believe it recorded genealogies or even warnings. But when European colonizers arrived, the culture that used it collapsed. Not a single person alive today can read it. Then there's the Etruscan language, spoken in ancient Italy before the rise of Rome. We've uncovered thousands of inscriptions, funeral dedications, religious texts, personal names. We can pronounce the words, we know their alphabet. But the meaning? Still mostly a mystery. That's because Etruscan is a language isolate. It has no known relatives. It's like finding an entire book in a language that doesn't connect to anything else we've ever seen. So why have these scripts been so hard to crack? It's not just the age or the damage. It's because language is more than just symbols. To understand a lost script, you need three things: a large number of examples, some context about the culture, and ideally, a bilingual document, something like the Rosetta Stone, which helped scholars finally translate ancient Egyptian. Without these, decipherment becomes guesswork. And for centuries, that's exactly what it was. Until now, AI, artificial intelligence, is changing everything. Not by replacing human experts, but by helping them see what was previously invisible. Using powerful machine learning algorithms, researchers are feeding these undeciphered scripts into systems that can analyze structure, frequency, and spatial relationships between characters. These systems aren't reading the language in the human sense. They're spotting patterns, mathematical and visual relationships that our eyes miss. They can group similar symbols, detect repeated sequences, and even guess what symbols might be verbs or nouns based on where they appear. One technique is called neural network modeling. It mimics the way the human brain processes information. In practice, that means giving the AI thousands of images or symbol strings to study until it starts recognizing patterns. Another is pattern recognition, which trains algorithms to identify recurring shapes or arrangements that could indicate syntax, like punctuation marks or grammatical rules. Then there's linguistic modeling, where AI tries to understand how a language might work, even if it doesn't know what the words mean. This includes tracking how symbols are spaced, how often they appear, and in what order. Just like how we know that in English, the is likely to come before a noun. These tools have already revolutionized our understanding of known languages, such as the 2021 discovery that the Dead Sea Scrolls are the work of 2 different scribes, not just one person. But now, that same technology is decoding unreadable texts from lost civilizations. But something's off. Hidden in these ancient symbols are eerie patterns, cycles of destruction, fire returning, silence before collapse. These scripts were buried for a reason. Now they're speaking. The real question is, should we be listening?